Hello everyone, I'm a guy working at a state-owned enterprise in the main city, earning a little over 10,000 yuan a month. My family isn't super wealthy, but we're pretty grounded. I'm originally from a rural district. My grandparents farmed to support my dad's education, and he later got a job in the system, bought a house in the county town, and settled down. By my generation, after I got a stable job, my family bought me a marital home in the main city. Life has been getting better step by step. I met my girlfriend through work, and we've been together for 2 or 3 years. We're not young anymore, and both sets of parents have been pushing us to tie the knot. When we first discussed the wedding, her family proposed a dowry of 88,000 yuan, plus the 3 golds, gold necklace, earrings, and ring, and a diamond, with an engagement before the wedding. They also asked for 800 yuan red envelopes for each person escorting the bride. Our hometowns are close, and the customs are similar, so my family didn't have any objections and agreed. After all, you've got to show sincerity when getting married, right? Later, her family came to visit my home to get familiar, to see where their future in-laws lived, check out our family's conditions, how we treat people, and our attitude toward their daughter, as well as whether we'd host them properly. To put it bluntly, it was an inspection. That day, her parents showed up with a whole entourage of aunts and relatives. During dinner, her relatives started saying how exceptional their daughter is, beautiful, capable, spoiled since childhood, and raised with a lot of investment. They claimed the 88,000 yuan dowry was too little and should be 128,000, with the 3 golds upgraded to 5 golds. I didn't think much of it at the time, assuming it was just drunken boasting. But after the meal, her parents seriously insisted on this new plan. I was caught off guard and privately asked my girlfriend, "Didn't we already agree? Why the change?" She said, "With so many relatives here today, they've already spoken up. If you don't agree, my parents will lose face." After her family left, my family held a meeting. My grandpa said, "We can afford this amount. You've been together so long. Don't let a few tens of thousands ruin the marriage. We need to take responsibility." My parents also felt that getting married was the priority, so I went along with it. But a week before the engagement, while discussing banquet details, another issue popped up. We'd agreed on 800 yuan red envelopes for the bride's escorts, and I assumed it'd just be a few cousins. Turns out, she said there'd be 28 escorts on the day. On top of that, they wanted weddings on both sides, plus a thank you banquet at her family's place, all fully funded by my family. I tried talking to her. "I don't mind spending money on you, but giving red envelopes to all these distant relatives, what's that about? We're the ones becoming a family." She replied, "More people give us strength and show the family's prosperity." I went quiet. My parents told me to decide for myself. After 2 days of thinking, I broke it off. She couldn't understand. 800 yuan isn't much, worth breaking up over? I said, "It's not about the money. Today you raised the price because of a relative's comment. Tomorrow you might think I'm not good enough. The comparisons will never end, and I don't want to live like that." So the dowry talks fell apart, not because of the amount, but because I saw who she really was before the wedding. What do you all think? Did I do the right thing?
千万不要去追大龄女生。
Brothers, let me tell you, being over 30 and still single isn't the embarrassing part for us. The other day I was walking with my mom, and we ran into an uncle who started chatting. His kid, barely 16 by traditional age, already has a partner. As we talked, the conversation turned to me. The uncle asked, "How old's your daughter? Where'd she get married off to?" My mom quickly jumped in. "She's not married yet. You know a lot of people. Introduce someone, will you?" The uncle's face froze. He looked so awkward you could have carved out a 3-bedroom apartment from it, and he hurriedly said, "Sure, sure, sure." I grabbed my mom and said, "Don't just pounce on people to set me up. We're not embarrassed, but they sure are. Seriously, being 30 and unmarried hits you hard when you step outside." Later I thought, I've got to save my own face. From now on I'll just say, "Married 2 sons, 3 if that's not enough." That'll stop the questions. Truth is, there are so many older single women these days because their expectations are way out there. Only scammers can meet them. But there aren't enough scammers to go around, so they stay single. As for men, some are struggling so much they'd rather be the last of their line. No kids, no heirs. Think about it. When even the instinct to pass down the family name is gone, who's still thinking about marriage and kids? Nobody wants to be the last generation, but life's pushed them to that point. Marriage, I guess, comes when it's meant to. If it's in your fate, it'll happen eventually, right?
女方的彩礼一涨再涨。
I'm 35 and still not married, and lately, I've finally figured out why I can't seem to get hitched. A while back, someone introduced me to a guy, 45 years old, widowed in middle age, with 2 kids. His situation wasn't bad, 4 properties, 2 cars. He'd had his glory days when he was younger, but now he's a bit down on his luck. And yet, even Brother Wang next door looked down on me, saying I'm only worthy of a divorced guy with kids. When I heard that, I felt so humiliated. In other people's eyes, I'm supposed to be a stepmom to 2 kids? Everyone knows how tough being a stepmom is, who'd want that? Even if I don't get married, I shouldn't have to settle for this, right? But reality slapped me hard. A 45-year-old guy still thinks I'm too old. What can I even do? The truth is, older single women like me get picked over not because we're actually no good. Online, those guys shout about how we're too old, can't have kids anymore, but what about them? Plenty of them are 35, 40, or older too. When they go on blind dates, aren't they still chasing women our age? Who's a 25 or 28-year-old girl going to bother with them unless they're tall, rich, and handsome? They trash talk us, but really, they're just trying to haggle us down, hoping we'll settle. Well, I refuse to settle. I admit I'm a bit picky, but if I weren't, would I still be single now? I'm not holding out for a perfect Prince Charming, just someone decent who fits. We're all ordinary people, no one should look down on anyone else. Those guys curse us for being old, and they don't hold back, but they're not young either. Aren't we all in the same boat? I think they're not really trying to wake us up with their insults, they just lack the smarts to do anything but vent like this. They want younger women too, who doesn't? But regular folks like us don't get to pick and choose freely. So, sisters, don't take those online comments too seriously. We've got our own way of living.
兄弟们，你们知道吗？
Brothers, listen to me. Don't ever go chasing those older, gorgeous women with high-end lifestyles. The more refined they are, and the older they get, the harder they are to win over. Especially for us regular guys. The ones posting about their travels, fancy hotels, and delicate afternoon teas on social media. Do you really think they'd cook and clean for an ordinary dude? You try some small romantic gesture, or give a little gift, and they won't even bat an eye. They might even feel like being with you drags down their status. These women, when they were younger, probably dated top-tier guys, the kind of eagles who lifted them up. To them, an average guy is just a sparrow. How could we ever catch their eye? And some of these older single women might look polished on the outside, but their private lives are a mess. Their parts are basically out of water and power, yet they still demand huge dowries, cars, and houses. Their loyalty after marriage is shaky, their ability to have kids is questionable, and for us, they're a walking disaster. So, brothers, guard your wallets, inspect the goods before you pay. Make sure she can have kids, and that they're yours before you start shelling out money. If you're an average guy who just wants to get married, steer clear of women like this and get out fast. Don't let yourself get sucked in.
我现在是终于找到
I'm a 45-year-old single woman who's never been married, and I want to say a few words to my sisters around the same age. Don't feel old, and don't keep dwelling on those online comments saying the least of an older single woman's problems is her age. Truth is, there are tons of guys who are 35 and unmarried too. And they're not chasing 25 or 28-year-old girls, they're looking for women our age. Those men say we're too old, that we can't have kids, but they're not exactly young themselves. When they go on blind dates, it's still women in our age group they're meeting. Sure, they'd love to snag someone younger, who wouldn't? but regular folks like them don't have that kind of leverage. They talk like that just to haggle, hoping we'll lower our standards and settle. I'm picky, but that doesn't mean I'm holding out for a tall, rich, handsome guy. I just want someone decent who fits. After waiting this long, I've got to have some standards, right? We're all ordinary people, no one should be laughing at anyone else. Those guys online who bash us aren't exactly special themselves, and their insults are downright nasty. So don't take it too seriously, just live your life well, and that's enough.
The video is coming to an end, and if you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. I'll keep updating with content you love, and your support is my biggest motivation to keep going. Also, feel free to leave any suggestions in the comments. I'll be picking some of your feedback from there, and those selected will get a mysterious reward from me.